following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Wednesday, hump day. Welcome to the show. You're looking
Wednesday,
live
middle of the weekday, young lady.
at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center in Frisco, Texas. I don't know what's going on with the audio, Chris, but something ain't right. Okay, thank you, sir. Now I can hear it. It looks and feels like 79 degrees.
Great weather outside.
The high is 85. The low tonight is 60. You know what I just thought about on this show? We have some really great weather in Texas. As often as we've been doing this, think about the few days that we've had that it's actually been like raining or now it gets hot as hell, and it'll get really cold in the winter. But like as far as like gloomy days, we don't have a lot.
No,
normally it's sunny and it's nice. So
I don't know,
but again, like Jesse said,
degrees.
we got enough folks. Texas is closed.
Yes,
We got enough folks here.
Please.
So I want to give a shout out before we get going. We got a couple of things to address before we get talk. Of course, we're going to talk about Jalen. So just hang in there. But
before you give it a shout out, okay. I gotta give some thoughts, not thoughts, but prayers. There was an incident that happened this morning at Mansfield Timberview High School. There was a school shooting this morning. They didn't say some people got shot. They rushed to the hospital. They didn't say anything about casualties or anything like that. So our thoughts and prayers from Hanging with the Boys to the students, teachers, and faculty at Mansfield
and families
at Mansfield Timberview and Mansfield ISD. We are thinking about you, and we hope that whoever was shot that they recover. But it's a shame that in 2021 that we're still having to deal with this senseless nonsense. So our thoughts and prayers with everyone, the families, the students, the faculty, the ISDs, the surrounding schools, the surrounding neighborhoods that have been impacted by that school shooting this morning.
Yeah, right down the street from the stadium.
Yeah.
So not far. So yeah, good call out, Jesse. Good call out. Now, I gotta give props to somebody. Somebody on the show had a national radio appearance today. Was it you, Kurt?
No, it wasn't me.
Jess, was it you?
Not this time.
Chris, was it you?
Not me.
Sure as hell wasn't me. So that only leaves one guy left that had some national spotlight today.
On the network.
On the network.
Yeah.
Four-letter network.
Our boy Nate had an appearance with, who was it? Keyshawn and Max?
And Will.
Jay Will.
And Jay Will. How was it? What they want to know about today?
It was great, man. They messed up the interview.
How?
Because they did not ask me what do I do for the Dallas Cowboys. Because I just wanted to tell them we have the most viewed. What is it?
The most searched on YouTube podcast on the Dallas Cowboys podcast network.
And I was ready. I had practice and everything.
You were armed. You did good, man. I listened to it. You did a great job.
Yeah.
So. And I didn't kill our guy.
Yeah.
I did not.
You didn't.
I didn't. No, I'm not going to do that.
There was only one mess up.
Yeah. What's that?
You called the Washington football team.
Yeah. Washington football team.
You called them the Redskins.
I'm going to do that. I'm old.
I
forgot.
See, and I didn't want to tell him that when I called him.
No, we got to humble him.
I didn't want to
him.
give him a complex and be like, oh man, I screwed that up.
No, because I wouldn't have thought.
Let's keep him humble.
I'm going to tell you something. People of Washington, bear with me. The native nation, bear with me. It's going to take a while. Bear with me because the Los Angeles charge, the San Diego charge. Bear with me, y'all.
We get it.
I will get it sooner or later.
The Raiders, we get it. We get it. We understand.
Oakland. The Raiders. Las Vegas.
And that's your team.
Yeah, for real. I messed that up.
Second team. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one other shout out before we get going. Our boy, we're all representing our boy, Danny McCray tonight.
Danny McCray.
Make sure you tune in. Survivor 41.
Yeah, Survivor 41, baby. We're giving it to you.
We are team Danny. So
Team Danny for one day.
Danny, go take care of some business.
Don't
tonight.
nobody do it like us though. What other show you know supports like us?
No
like,
one.
Like literally.
No one.
We dominate internationally. We dominate locally, and we still got enough love to be like, yo,
Right, because we're unselfish. The most unselfish giving show.
add that to the lineup
And
too.
believe me, we did not get these free.
No, and we paid.
we paid for these.
Like that's the support that we're on. We we ain't ask for no freebies. We support our people.
Actually, we did. We didn't
we
get
did.
it. So
we did
paid.
ask for freebies.
So we went
we
ahead
did
and
ask for freebies.
You know what? I don't know if he won or lost, but the way he made it when we asked for free, he like, I need support.
Right.
So I'm like, okay.
He tried to get that $1 million plus. He tried.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they give you that $1 million, they still tax you on that $1 million.
Yeah, so I don't know if he won or lost, but we had to pay for our shirts.
That's a great point. That's a great indication. Maybe Danny didn't win.
Tune in tonight though. See if he advances to week. I guess it'll be week 3 or 4 now.
How many weeks do this go before they make
It's a
it?
long time, man.
Week three.
This is
It
week 3.
It goes what, like 2 months, huh, Chris?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like 10 episodes or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's a long time.
He hasn't been. His team hasn't been to the little
The hut.
Yeah.
to the
Because
war
they keep
room.
winning all the
Yeah,
challenges.
they keep winning all the challenges.
So what? How much clothes do they have on?
Wrong show.
So here's a funny
I
thing.
just act now. I know it ain't that show, but I'm saying.
Danny's right. Black people do always count the Survivor. I was talking to my mother on the way in this morning, and she was like, her and I watched The Mask, and I was like, well, Ma, we might have to record it because my friend's on Survivor, so we'll be watching Survivor. She told my son, is he naked? I said, no, Ma, he's not naked. She told my son. Now this is true, my mother. She told my son. Well, damn, I thought I was going to get some excitement. I said, that's the wrong show. That is the wrong show. Stop, black people. Survivor and Naked and Afraid are not the
Two
same.
different shows.
Yes. So,
Two different shows.
Danny's not going to be naked. I don't know why my mother wants to see Danny naked anyway, but
It's called Cougar Ship.
yeah.
And then the last thing before we talk football, Nate and I are hosting Crosstalk again tonight, and we got the great Drew Pearson on the show.
Wow.
So we won't get a word in edgewise,
Oh, no.
especially if Chris Arnold shows up.
We're in trouble. Nate, it'll be an easy show for us. We just go to the breaks and go home. So, all right, fellas, let's talk about it. Completely caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody, y'all tell me, did anybody see this coming? When it did.
Not now.
I think the timing.
Yeah. 7 months ago, I'd have been like, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or
Maybe after,
5 or 6 months from now, you know.
Right now, like, why now is my question.
All right, let's go straight to the facts. Let's not. We're not gonna play around with this thing. We got football to talk about. Actually, like the people who are on this team. We all know what Jalen is as a football player, and that's in the last couple of years has not been a good one. Jalen is a great story, like great, phenomenal story. Most people say that he wasn't supposed to play football ever again. His injury a lot of times leads to amputation. So for him to be able to get back on the field and all the work that he's done in the community, helping out with financial literacy, so on. They sound like a compliment sandwich, but I'm not going to bag him on the other end. But here's the logistics of it. Jalen didn't pan out to what they were going to thought he was going to be. They took a shot. It didn't work out. And Jalen was playing bad football. Hence why his role was reduced as significantly as it was. He's already missed 100 and something snaps this season. He missed that many snaps 2 seasons combined. We're in week 4. So in an entire 2 seasons, he's already missed snaps on the field that he hasn't done in the last 2 years. But here's how it breaks down. Why now? Well, people say, well, we could do this in the offseason. Well, you actually couldn't. Because Jalen had things in his contract where if he's injured, and this is a smart play by his agent, well done agent, whoever his agent was last year. And you see a lot of guys do this when they say, well, why are you waiting so long to get surgery? Well, Jalen had in his contract that if I'm injured, you can't cut me and my salary is guaranteed. What did Jalen have last season? He had cleanup wrist surgery. Probably something that's not invasive. Probably something that you wait right up until the timeline of when it kind of gets done, so that even if they try to give you a physical, you wouldn't pass the physical. So therefore, this year's contract was guaranteed no matter what. coming into the draft, you didn't know what you were going to get out of Micah Parsons. You hoped. It was a hope. Same thing for Keanu Neal, same thing for Jabril Cox, and any other player that you brought to this football team with the combination of Dan Quinn. You had hoped that it was going to be something that was what we're seeing right now. Then you get to the season, and Micah Parsons turns out to be a beast. Keanu Neal turns out to be healthy and is playing well. And you're bringing Jabril Cox along, and you have other players playing well. So it comes to the point now is next year, when the contract is bigger, it's like $7 million. 9.2 million guaranteed if he's injured. So if you prolong this season, and he doesn't have to have a catastrophic injury during the season, but what he can do is when he gets to that deadline again, say, you know what? I think I need to get my knee scoped. Yeah. And now once he gets his knee scoped and he can't pass the physical by a certain date, because I'm sure his agent will tell him, no, we're going to have that surgery 2 weeks before that date is done or a week before that date is done, so you purposely can't pass your physical. And then now the Cowboys are on the hook no matter what for $9.2 million. So you just say, you know what? You're not being very productive. We want to DMP you. We like what Jabril has done. We love what Keanu Neal has done. We super love what Micah Parsons has done. Let's do you and us a favor. Let's just cut our losses. Whatever money you get,
there's your $7 million or whatever he gets.
Whatever he gets, and caveat is if he somehow some way signs with another team, whatever he signs for at that team gets deducted from what the Cowboys owe him. Most likely, no one's going to sign him for more than a vet minimum because they know the Cowboys still owe him money. And so, they're going to like, well, you're already getting paid from the Cowboys. And he doesn't have a bunch of suitors that are going out to want to get him, right? It's like people aren't racing to the Jalen Smith store to pick up a Jalen Smith.
You don't think so? I think he'll be signed quick. No, it won't be for a lot, but
you know what? You trying to crack a joke, right?
But like,
you don't think he's going to be signed quick?
No,
I think he'll be signed.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
he's just trying to be
like, if a ton of people are running to sign him, it drives the price up. So, but I doubt it. The Cowboys last year and this year tried to trade for him.
Right.
Was willing to take anything, just take him. Give us a 6, 7, whatever, and no one budged. So I think he'll land on his feet eventually. I don't think people are racing to grab Jalen Smith. So that's where we're at on the Jalen Smith deal. I think we all agree that this was going to happen. We thought either this offseason, last offseason, or this upcoming offseason. Mm-hmm. The timing was a surprise to all of us. But they gave Jalen, like, the respectable part is he gets his money for the rest of this year, and you still get a chance to go out there and find another home. It's still earlier in the year, and if it doesn't happen this week or next week, it's a long season. Yeah. People get hurt, teams looking for play, guys get banged up. So, and then it gives you a chance to kind of get a footing for the offseason. Because if you keep putting bad film out there and you keep getting DMPs or less snaps, that doesn't help your value. That doesn't help your value going into the offseason, because people are going to say, well, hell, the Cowboys who drafted you and gave you a contract extension, they don't want you. There must be something, and you're healthy. There might be something deeper in the situation. So cutting him now gives him an opportunity to find a new home, and hopefully that he does and he bounces back. Yeah. My only laugh at the Jalen situation is my people. Jalen spent the $500,000 to get number 9.
Yeah, somebody's texted me that and said that was
And they only got to wear for 4 games. $500,000. I get it. I ain't counting other man's money, but I don't care how much money you make.
$500,000 or $500,000?
$500,000. And it's gone. I don't know what he's going to do with the number 9 chain. Maybe you turn that back in and get the diamonds and the gold melted down or whatever, but got to be a little bit smarter with our money.
So I think this is a purely financial move. I mean, like you said, the Cowboys got him before he could get them.
Yep.
And so, in this day and age with COVID,
because he got him last offseason.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this day and age, Neal already missed 2 games because of COVID. The depth is there. I mean, yes, he's not the player he once was, but for a few snaps, being that backup guy, being a guy who came in for a few snaps, and we've talked about being really good for 20% of the snaps and you suck at 60% of the snaps. Maybe that was his role now. I mean, but
Sucking?
I just, well, you know,
What?
I just don't think that he was that bad a guy to cut him because of
A guy or a player?
that bad of a player that you cut him for performance reasons. You need depth, you need with the COVID situation, all that kind of stuff. I think this was all financial.
The fat player, the overweight player, the player that's out of shape, and the player that can't play is the same player.
Yeah, I think this team, the big picture, this team is saying we like what we have going forward.
Yeah.
And for us, it's like, I say for us, but for the Cowboys, it's more so of big picture. You're not going to be here.
You see that, Nate?
So who's
Jesse coming over to the dark side. He said us. When
Who's
he referred
the-
to the Cowboys.
I had a professional
He said
slip up.
us.
I had a professional
Who
slip up.
steps up in his role though? Jabril Cox.
I think Jabril Cox.
Yeah, he's
I think-
ready for
Here
that.
we go again.
Is he ready for it?
He better be.
He better be. We're gonna find out. But here's how you find out.
Yeah.
Right, you find out now, and I hope that this is a wake up call for Jabril Cox. So like, if you weren't ready, I think you say, all right, here's my chance, because they need Dan Quinn. This entire defense needs to know, where are we going forward? And it wasn't Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Like, you drafted Micah and Jabril. When you made those two draft picks, it was a knock at the door to Jalen and Leighton Vander Esch. When you didn't give Leighton that contract, when you didn't pick up his fifth-year option and you drafted two linebackers, that was screaming.
I blame Joe Brady for doing what he did, because he forced them to put this kid back at linebacker. So you had Leighton over here. I mean, she had Leighton in the middle and the other two kids, young kids, playing, and they like, wow. This is
our future.
This is our future.
Okay.
What better way than to start now? We asked this to our pro personnel guy during the summer. Remember, I said, what happens if Jabril shows you enough in training camp that he can play just enough to get him on the field? What do you do during the season with your veterans? This is the answer, man. This is the answer, along with the money. See, you were smart by what you did, cleaning up your wrist. You got your money, but you didn't play during the preseason. You let Jabril play during the preseason. You let Luke Gifford play during the preseason. Neil knew the defense. He lines people up better, front and back. It's nowhere he won except he got his money. Where else did he win? You didn't play during the preseason. The few times they'll put you in there, the last show did a great job. He the fourth leading tackler. We've been talking about this for 3 years now. He's a great open field, down the field tackler. But in every sacks, hurries, fumbles, recoveries, interception, he is zero.
Yeah.
What the tangible plays, what do he give you in a tangible way? What does he give you? You got to give the team something that equals. He has no pluses, and I'm not going to kill this kid. I went to this kid before this offseason. Hey, man, give us something positive to talk about. We need to see that guy we saw 3 years ago. Hey, man, you got me. You know, he's never treated the media bad. He's never treated nobody bad. You walk up to him right now.
Nah, he's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
But this is the business.
But that lost his skills. The injury took away his skills.
Yeah.
And as the league get bigger, better, and faster, and more focused on what you can't do, it's like every time he went out there, if it could have been a first down run. There's Jalen. He gonna match it with our tight end coming out on this side, receiver over here, slot back over here. Let's run the back out of the backfield on a wheel route. That's gonna leave him number one. Guess what? Who can he run with? Right. I'm not killing the kid. Time was up, fellas.
Yeah. There was a theory out there that he signed early. He signed that big contract early, maybe, and part of that was because he knew the knee might not hold up for a long time, so he signed early to get it.
I just feel like this, man. He got his money, man.
Yeah.
This dude got his money.
He did it right,
Yeah, he got his money.
Said, his agent did it right.
The Cowboys offer it. I guess they were trying to. I don't know what they were trying to do. What that was, hey, play this cat and mouse game with who was it? Was it Zeke? Was it Zeke?
Yeah, I think so.
They tried to play like, hey, because I remember Steven saying, well, whatever's left over is left over, us we'll give. And they kind of like dangled the fruit in front of Jalen, and Jalen was like, thank you. And he snatched it and took it. So, hey, again, the Cowboys said, all right, you fooled me once. You fooled me again when you got the wrist surgery. You won't fool me 3 times in a row.
Just real quick, I don't want to spend any more time on this than we have to, but what does this do? Because we got to go to break. What does this do to the locker room?
Nothing.
Does it put guys on notice? Does it do
nothing?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Business and
this is
move
business.
on?
This is business, guys. This is business. And honestly, like Jalen isn't a big enough of a player and contributor to kind of shake up.
Notice,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, it's more so of, okay, finally, because if Nate can put on the film and watch, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are they saying in the meeting room?
Yeah.
You talk about like, what does it do? It actually makes the locker room a little bit more happy because they're saying, we watched film for the last 4 weeks. And coach is pointing out, like, they know what they watching, and they're like, dude, how are you're supposed to be in the A gap. What the hell are you doing all the way over here in the C gap? Why are you running this way and we going this way? So when you release him, you go, okay, finally we're getting to a place now where coaches are saying, because if I'm a player, if I'm Jabril Cox, and I'm saying, I am just as good as him, why the hell does he keep getting the opportunities and I don't?
Yeah.
And we watch film week in and week out, and you show me every weekend that the guy who's playing in front of me can't.
Yeah.
That's just like Poe last year.
Can't get there.
That's just like Poe last year. It's the same exact thing. You telling Gallimore, hey man, really?
Like, how do you explain that to a player? Like, how do you sit in the meeting room where you go, Micah, what a hell of a play, Jalen? Where are you going? Like, you can't keep.
Let's get off of that, man.
You can't
Got
keep
to
doing
send
that.
a message too. Though. It sends a message to the other guys. I mean, because Jalen was
Let's get off of that.
been around a while. But does it send a message to the other guys like we ain't going to put up with that?
But I think guys know that. Like, you have to understand and know the business of it. Like, Dan Quinn has had no loyalties. I didn't draft you.
Yeah.
This don't go on my resume. This don't go as a player that I busted on.
All right, let's go to break.
Thank you.
Enough of that.
Thank you, Shannon.
Mr. Roger, I hope you keep listening to the show. We loved your son as a human being and as a person.
I just feel bad, man. I feel bad.
He's a really good dude.
He's a solid guy.
Like, he's a great person. But this is, at the end of the day, you have to separate good people and good business. Great person for the community, to all of us.
And the Giants here, man, I don't know what they're doing.
But for business, it wasn't working out for business.
We're going to find out what the Giants are doing when we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
Jesse.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the show. Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders making the team is back for another exciting season. Don't miss new episodes every Friday at 9, 8 Central, only on CMT. Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holly, and worldwide Nate Newton on the show today.
Man, I'm a survivor. I'm surviving.
I got to turn this volume down. All right, let's talk about Cowboys.
Jalen?
Stop.
See that? See that? See them little silent shots? I knew you. Them little silent shots you be taking, man. I called Jesse last night, right? Saying, Jesse, what's going on? Can't get with you now, man. I'm with my girls' volleyball team. We out of town. I'll call you back. He called me at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Did you answer?
No, I didn't.
Sky, yo.
I lied.
Jesse grabbed that mic quick.
Yeah, I lied. He left me on the porch. I felt so lonely.
Oh, man.
I spun the block, though. I came back and got you. I came back and got you.
All right, let's talk about this. Same team, same stadium, same time. What is it, 364 days?
Yeah,
like almost the exact day that Dak got hurt last year. Did y'all know that?
Let me be on the record of saying this. I didn't say this. So if anything happens in this game,
it's not on you.
We putting it on you.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just stating the facts.
That's the snake bitten side of the table over there.
Yeah. Just stating the facts.
Just putting that out there, fans.
Is that add a little extra? Is that going to add a little extra mental pressure on Dak this week? I mean, we all know he's one of the strongest mental athletes that have ever played football or maybe any sport. But that's got to, on the way to the stadium, you got to be thinking about, man, this is when it happened. Is that going to be a little bit of a?
I hope not.
I've never had a major injury like that, and I'm glad because to think about that, I don't know how I would handle it.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope it's just like, man, wow, this is the same time it happened almost.
Yeah. Okay, game day, let's go.
Yeah, I'm hoping like once he gets into the stadium and he's like, all right, that thought's past me. Let's go play football.
Yeah. It sounds like, well, it was the first home game. He was saying that during the anthem, it kind of hit him a little bit, but then it was game time.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, he's, like you said, he's so strong mentally that just get it rolling.
All right. Giants haven't allowed a point yet in the first quarter. Dallas leads the league with 10.5 points per game in the first quarter. Our fourth and third quarter. What is this, Kurt?
Is that kind of the key to the success? They've been really good in the third quarter coming out too, at least especially last time. Is that the script? Is it just ready to roll? I mean, is that the key to this success? Is they're getting off to good starts out of the breaks?
Who did you talking about? The Cowboys?
Yeah.
I mean, when you have an offense like this, and then the defense have given them a few turnovers, gotten people off the field. You want to score first. That's why I've always wanted the Cowboys. When you have this much offense, I want the ball first. Everybody no, that the first stuff. That happens when, you know, and I'm not saying our defense has arrived, but when our offense go first, that automatically makes the other team coordinator say we got to match him point for point. And if you don't, and we score again, that gives us 9 points ahead. I'm just saying a touchdown with 3. That's hard to beat us then. That's hard to beat us. So now most teams where they'll keep running the ball, keep trying to be hard, like, you know, they did last week. Carolina kept trying to run the ball. But like when Jesse said, when they missed that field goal and gave us that extra thump, it was like they finna throw the rock. And that's where we want Jones at now. He lit it up against these other guys, this New Orleans team. But everywhere else, he ain't did it so good. So if our offense go first, especially if we can get 9 to 14 points, it's a wrap, bro. Because I don't know. The Giants defense, they playing. They got 6 sacks.
They lining up.
Yeah, they playing. They got 6 sacks. They got 2 interceptions. Bradbury got, I think, 1 or 2. And, you know, Leonard got a sack. And it's Ojulea, he has 3. So they just playing, man. They ain't – I mean – they gave 170 yards rushing one game, 160. They stopped. I can't figure them out. I'm sorry. And I promise you, I'm beating the film down, trying to say last week we could give you guys.
You can't figure them out. Meaning
coaches.
What do you mean can't figure? Like they're doing okay, but you don't know why? Or
they just playing. They just playing.
The Giants are a bad football team.
And I don't want. And you always, even as a player,
you're trying to find something.
You're trying to find an angle that we can give the fans. And I've been hanging around Jets too long. I can't. It's hard for me to lie.
Why are they so bad, Jess?
They're a bad head coach. Bad OC, bad DC. They don't have players. Like they, the.
How did they get in that situation? Because, they drafted Saquon. You had Sterling Shepard, Daniel Jones. You thought he showed some promise.
Guys don't pan out. Again,
you got a left tackle that's shaky.
Right.
Once again, you got rid of Flowers after 5 or 6 years. Now he with Washington, but you go out and you get this other kid. He's shaky.
He was shaky in New England.
Yeah. Nate Solder is old.
He old as you, Nate.
Yeah, he old. Kenny Galladay, maybe he was injured early in the year, but he's not even your leading receiver. He was supposed to be your big boy guy. And then Shepard missed the last game. He's still the leading receiver.
Yeah.
So I know
I'll say this offensively. Football is about a game of possessions. 1, can I get more possessions than you? 2, what do I do with the possessions that I actually get? Am I putting up touchdown with those possessions? Kurt, you asked a question about, is that the formula? Yeah, the formula is when I get the ball, I want to score.
Yeah.
Like that's a great formula.
Yeah. Run that touchdown play.
Like run it again. And that's what the Cowboys have been kind of putting together these last couple games. And that puts so much pressure on the opposing defense, because once I got you, I got you. You know I got you. I know I got you. The players know I got you. Then we just toy with you for the rest of the game. But what it also does for the opposing team's offense is it makes them one-dimensional. If I can get out early and score a touchdown and you got to punt it to me and I go down and score another touchdown or another field goal, now, like Nate was saying, I'm up 9, 10, 13, 17, 14 points. Now what happens is that script that you had, those first 15 plays and that approach that you were going to go with, that's done.
Yeah.
Because now you're saying, all right, guys, well, whatever we had planned, we no longer could do it because we down 14. And that clock is moving. Those possessions are getting smaller and smaller. And we have to find ways now to generate points. So for us is the Cowboys, we want to make sure that we come out and get the ball first, drive it down their throat. I want Daniel Jones to go into passing mode. If the Lord hears my prayers, I would love for Daniel Jones to go to a passing-only mode. One, they don't have, Kenny Galladay is a big play guy, but I don't trust Daniel Dimes to beat me in the air.
Right.
He's going to throw interceptions. We all know it. I think he has 40 fumbles in the last 2 years. I like my guys getting around the corner, creating some pressure on the Giants defense. And I think we've done a really good job, Nate, when we watch film and break down film and try to give the fans something to kind of hold on to this game. We did it with Tampa.
Yeah.
We did it with the Chargers. We did it with Philly. We did it with Carolina. I'm struggling. Like I'm telling you, when you put this film on, I am struggling. I'm like, all right, Jess, find something that you can give the fan. Like, oh, I'm concerned about this, y'all. Like,
Jimmy told us
there's nothing on defense. And the only, I'm going to let you finish, Nate. The only thing that I can think of that can be a concern is that when the other players for the Cowboys watch this film, they don't have the same approach that I have. Yeah. And that they're saying, man, this team is booty juice. And then they go into this game like
you hurt my back on that one.
Like they go into this game thinking that they're just booty juice and that's just what it's going to be. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a bad football team.
Is there anyone that you like? Leonard Williams.
Leonard Williams.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
I'm gonna tell you
Bradbury's he's okay.
He's okay.
But I like my chances.
If they put him on number 19, game over.
I like my chances. I like my chances a lot.
They have no one. And see, I'm going to go to the bottom of the – they have no one can stick Wilson. No one.
Can stick with Wilson?
Can stick with Wilson because you're going to have to cover 19. You're going to have to cover 88.
Yeah.
Big play waiting to happen. He don't drop the ball. He's very consistent. Golly, fellas.
What happened to Blake Martinez?
He's still tackling. And he was hurt last game. He was hurt.
He's out.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah,
he's out.
Tore his ACL.
Yeah. He's out. Okay, I knew I saw him on film earlier.
Right. Yeah.
So I knew I saw him on film earlier.
That had to be a big blow for them, huh?
And I was looking forward to seeing him. I love Blake Martinez. I think Blake Martinez needs to go to Carolina. Like he fits at Carolina, just a football playing dude. You know what I mean? Doesn't fit with the Giants.
Hurry up because I can go break.
Blake, he wasn't playing too well. You know why? Because
it's trash around him.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. When we come back
Thank you.
on the most caring, supportive show on the Dallas Cowboys Podcast Network, Kurt's Corner.
Yeah, Kurt. Hey, boy, you hard, Kurt.
Right after this.
You hard, man.
Message. Hanging with the boys. Go to break. Let's go right now.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. When there's work to be done, a real workhorse can make all the difference. Like the Range Boss package. Our 5075E John Deere 75 horsepower tractor features a bell spear and loader and starts at $369 per month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay. No surprises. It works like a horse, so you don't have to.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now, let's get to work.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Cowboys Nation, you can join the fight against cancer with 2021 Crucial Catch gear. Every dollar of NFL royalties from this collection will be donated to the American Cancer Society. Visit your local Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop or log on to shop.dallascowboys.com, a Fanatics experience. And now, our favorite time of the week, 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes. Kurt's Corner, what do you got, Kurt?
Well, I was doing a little research on our third downs.
About damn time you did some research on this show.
Need to do something around here. I was surprised. I want to get what you guys think. Right now on third downs, their yards to go average is only 5.38 yards to go on third down.
Who is this, us?
The Cowboys, which Pro Football Focus, going back, they only have stats back to 1994. That's the smallest this team has ever finished with. They've never been under 6 yards to go on third down before.
Wow.
What's bringing this? Is it just so many weapons they can't stop it? Is it Kellen Moore's play calling? What?
All of that, man. All of that.
And what kind of difference does that make?
All of that, man. I'll let Jesse explain that after he's finished tweeting.
He ain't even listening.
He's listening. He's listening. He's ready to talk.
He don't know what Kurt said.
I have no idea what Kurt said.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I have no idea what Kurt said.
Kurt, would you repeat it?
And the reason being, because I let this Twitter troll kind of get to me. Like, he's trying to tell me about this GAT responsibilities. And I said, you know what? I'm sorry.
You were much better. You were much better to be around when you weren't on Twitter.
Yeah,
I know.
Get Kurt. Could
Sorry,
you run
They
it by
got you,
me?
but you got this show on now, pregame, postgame show.
Yeah.
They made you get back on Twitter.
Yeah. I gotta make money somehow. That's $10.
Yards to go on third.
Yards
down.
to go. Our average yards to go this year on third down is 5.38 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Never, the Pro Football Focus only has stats going back to 94. This team has never finished a season under 6. So that's a pretty big jump.
Yep.
What kind of, is that Kellen Moore's wizardry?
No, it's yes and no. Yes, I'm going to give Kellen some credit. No, is I'm going to start giving Dak a lot of credit.
Let's go.
Because
Put some respect on that name.
Dak being able to, and this is what makes the greats great, is am I getting my team in the right play every single chance I get? Now, and here's the difference. Getting them in the right play and the right play actually being successful is two different things. Because you can be in the right play, make the right reads, and still not have success. But what you want to do is, I want to be in the right play more often than I am not. Because there are times when you can be in the wrong play and still have success. But percentages say if you're in the wrong play and you have success once,
did you just say some sex?
Some sex once, you're probably not going to have sex the next time.
That's pretty good.
Pretty
clean, pretty good.
So I think the biggest thing is Dak at a maturity level where he comes to the line of scrimmage and we're not just lining up and saying, okay, the first down, we're going to line up 12 personnel, we're going to hand the ball off to Zeke, and he's going to run in the back of the guys, and now we're going to be in 2nd and 10 again. Yeah. And so they're having a much greater growth and yardage gained because they're in the right plays on first down. That is the key. Am I staying ahead of the change? Meaning, am I getting positive yards on first down? And that can be 4 yards, 5 yards. Or am I moving forward? Not that I'm going incomplete or loss of yards or no gain at all, because that does me no good. Yeah. So getting to third down and having less than five and less yards to go means I did a damn good job on first down more often than I didn't. And I think a lot of credit goes to Dak Prescott coming to the line of scrimmage and getting them in the right play.
Yeah.
Again, the right play doesn't mean success all the time, because again, right play, guy dropped it, whatever it may be. But getting in the right play more often than not on first down is a huge testament to where Dak Prescott is as a quarterback. No matter what Kellen Moore calls in, I got a quarterback that's going to get me there and get us there as a unit more often than not.
He's on first down, Dak's completing 80% of his passes for 9.7 yards an attempt.
So that
quarterback rating of 118.
So that leaves you now second and one or 2, right? Give or take 2nd and 5.
Not
so
bad.
if I get to third down, I'm 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3. I like my chances.
You got 2 minutes, Kurt.
Well, you're talking about Dak. First downs, the start of a series. We were just talking earlier about the start of a game, first quarter, or coming out the. Is that all? Is the team's overall preparation better now, you think?
Yes, and yes, yes, and yes.
Yes, and yes, and yes, and yes.
Because I always think you play to your strengths, and the strength is our offense. And last year when I went to hell in a handbasket, the offensive line, then with Dak, like you say, that famous word you like to use when we don't have Dak.
We screwed.
So, but now you got Dak. Why would you think, we're going to defer? Now, if our defense continue to play the way they are playing, then
I still want the ball first.
Then some teams, very few, you say, okay, we'll defer. Some teams. But the majority of them, we punish them from day one, from snap one. We fall out of the plane punishing them.
Why do they defer so much?
They did that last year. I don't think they're doing it this year.
I don't think they won the last couple.
They ain't won this. They ain't won it, and they like, okay, we'll stop your offense. Really? Really? Come on. But let's see you do it. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a survivor.
They're also averaging 6.2 yards per first down on rushing yards per first down. So,
but that again, that goes back into getting the guys in the right call. If it's a pass, it's a pass. If it's a run, it's a run. How do we dictate that? Well, I can call whatever I want to call. Kellen can call whatever he wants to call. Call whatever you want to call. But when I break the huddle, what does the defense say? And they've been saying we're not just lining up. We're aggressively taking what the defense gives us. So if you're going to give us run, we're going to aggressively take the run. If you're showing a pass set, if you're showing a pass defense, then we're going to aggressively take the pass. Not just say, hey, here. No, we're going to attack. Oh, there's the play. Boom, we're going. And now you have so many guys. I mean, I haven't looked at the numbers, but in the 4 games of this season, I would say, and again, I haven't looked, so don't feel like, you're wrong, Jesse. I haven't looked. But I think Dak has averaged at least 2 targets to 5 different receivers every game.
Yeah, that's.
I would say like 5 or 6 different guys have caught 2 passes or more in about every single game this season. That says a lot. When you got Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Cedric Wilson, Dalton Schultz, and Blake Jarwin, and you get 5 or 6 receivers that are catching at least 2 passes, at least 2 passes a game, and you got 2 guys who are probably getting 10 or more targets a game. Come on, it's tough. It's a tough deal. Yeah. It's a tough deal, and that's the gift that Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott has at their disposal.
That's 1,000 cuts. What Jesse just gave y'all is because you can't just, okay, we got this. We're gonna put 10 stitches right here because I don't hit you everywhere on your body. So now you leaking from everywhere by the end of the game.
And I'll say this,
you're the Walking Dead, baby.
You guys ever heard of the analogy of the hunting Eskimo?
No.
You ever heard of the analogy of the hunting Eskimo? This is what this offense is. The hunting Eskimo is this. You take the hunting Eskimo.
I heard this story. Oh, it's a vicious story. Go ahead.
So the hunting Eskimo is he takes his blade and he dips his blade in blood and then he buries it in the snow.
Yes.
And so the wolf comes and the wolf tastes the blood on the blade and so he licks it, thinking it's meat, right? And he keeps licking it and he keeps licking it,
and all of a sudden,
not knowing that he's cutting his own tongue, and so he bleeds out and dies. That's what our offense is that we're the hunting Eskimo.
A death by 1,000 cuts.
We just put it out there and you just keep licking it and you think that you're getting to the meat and you just killing yourself. You try to go this coverage, we killing you. You try to go to that coverage, we killing you. And at the end of the game, you realize that this blade is actually cutting your tongue. That's the aggressively taking what they give us. Aggressively taking what they give us, and we killed you.
But the Eskimo didn't put his life on the line. He put his blade on the line.
Smart. And that's what Dak Prescott is. He's the smart Eskimo. He's saying, I'm going to kill you by 1,000 cuts because
why couldn't it be Kellen and then Dak is the blade?
How do you want to do it? You kill him. Don't kill my now. We end on a good analogy.
After practice today, I'm going to call Kellen and Dak. You're the smart. You're the hunting Eskimo and see which one goes.
Okay. What is that?
Yeah.
When I heard that story, man, that was
crazy. All right, we got to go. Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Good seeing you, Jesse. Good seeing you. Watch Survivor tonight. Nate, we won't be able to watch it because we'll be hosting Crosstalk tonight.
Go to Danny's Twitter.
We'll be cheering for our boy Danny. We'll
go to Danny's Twitter.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air.
And buy a shirt.
Don't mess with the Eskimos.
Aaron, thanks for helping Chris.
Don't lick the blade.
Thanks for keeping the live streams up. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
1,000 cuts,
Cowboys
man.
defense.
1,000 cuts.
Giants offense. Might be a short show tomorrow.
Terrible.
See ya. Bye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?